I wouldn't lease a property without knowing the property, without knowing who owns the property. You can go on to Zillow and you can find out who the owner's name is of that property. If you happen to be scammed, I'm sorry you got scammed, but that house still should be taken from you.
Authorities are cracking down on squatters.
Squatters. Problem of squatters across metro Atlanta. It's widespread.
It's taken over roughly 1,200 homes in the Atlanta area.
There has been an exponential increase in the number of people who unlawfully stay in a building that they don't own or...
Squatters took over after presenting fake lease documents.
Frustrating problem for those neighbors in the community.
Living in fear in a neighborhood that they've lived in, some of them for 30 or 35 years.
Strangers without background checks, just living just steps from our door.
Hi, my name is Flash Shelton. I'm the founder of the United Handyman Association, and I also opened up squatterhunters.com, where we help people that need to get their squatters out. I have seen in some situations where the squatter actually is a tenant because they were scammed. There are a lot of scams on Craigslist, on different, formats where people are going in and saying, yeah, just there's a lockbox there or whatever. And yeah, just send me your money and you can move in anytime you want. And they're renting other places and they're scamming people out of money. They are victims also. But what I say to them is, then come forward. Come forward, show us your documents, show us where you're spending your money. Let us help you find another place to live because, just because you were scammed doesn't mean that this homeowner should suffer. I would never do anything online. I would never do anything on Craigslist or Facebook or anything like that. Facebook will tell you that to be careful buying anything on Facebook. They will tell you themselves that most likely it's a scam. So I wouldn't do anything online, any transaction online. I would, it's one thing to go and visit a property because there's a lockbox there, which is very common right now. I wouldn't sign anything until I've met with a leasing agent, somebody physically, and get their information, get their card. I would absolutely just, check all my boxes and make sure that everything seems right. I would say just make sure that you check the property out, try to meet somebody, physically meet somebody. I wouldn't lease a property without knowing the property, without knowing who owns the property. You can go on to Zillow and you can find out who the owner's name is of that property. If you can confirm all of that information. So I would just say that, look, just like if you received a stolen car, that car is going to be taken away from you. And you're going to have to prove that you didn't steal that car.